Hi guys, I'm gonna do a quick get ready with me. I need to shoot a video and we need to actually be ready for it. I do like using a moisturizer that is also a primer firsthand. Not that much. This is a good moisturizer, but it also primes the skin all over the face. Next, I am gonna use the primer for the eyes. And very little, not too much. Right on there. This is actually amazing underneath the eye. It smooths everything out really nicely and helps everything last pretty long. Just glide across the eye. And then you always have to make sure to hydrate your lips. Especially if you're not drinking enough water. And just blend that right in. I like to do the skincare first. Let everything away and then move on to foundation. Now for foundation, I do have already primers. So I do mix two of the colors. And it has been extremely humid here, so I'm using waterproof longwear foundation. Even that doesn't really hold how hot it is. It's really bad. And for that, I just start on the outer corners of the face and tap in place over the areas. That way I don't move the actual product. Drag down the jawline. This has just been one of my favorite foundations. It wears all day. It looks beautiful on the skin. You can sheer it out pretty good. Like the wear and coverage of it is amazing. And I go across the forehead and tap in the areas where you want a little bit more coverage. That way the color stays there. I'm just mixing both the colors. See that coverage? I work outwards, forward, and then the center. Go across the nose, inner corner. Kind of spread in and then tap in. And around the mouth. This is just the way my brain tells me to do it. You do it however you want to. Tap and blend. And then the very end, do the chin area. Bring down, tap in place to add coverage. Just like that. Any excess that I do have still like on my hand, I'm gonna go ahead and just tap over certain areas that I want a little bit more coverage in, maybe. So like the cheek area. And tap in place. That way the color stays there and the coverage. Same on this end. Just like that. After that, I do my concealer. And I'm still using an old concealer, but I love this one. It's so good. Pretty lightweight underneath the eyes. Just not that much. Dot 3 cross. And we just blend. I do kind of put it across the eye and tap in place. That way the color stays there. I'm kind of blending it into the rest of the face. Make sure to get that inner corner. And then for the top section, just kind of buff that out all across and tap. Get that blended right in. Same thing on the other side. Bring it across. And the color I picked isn't too bright, because I do want to multi-purpose it and just use it on the face if I had to. But I don't want to do the extra work of blending it in. This is quick and easy, so I'd rather it match my face. And the top section, same thing, you're gonna blend that in. This eye's extra watery, so I always have issues with this eye. As you can see, it's already separating down here. It's like humid today, so that's gonna be fun. We'll see how this holds up. It's been holding up pretty well, but the humidity just breaks my whole face down. Next, I'm going to be using my Laura Mercier translucent powder, good old trusty for oily skin. Just load that on to the puff. I kind of dust off a little bit of the excess also. Right underneath the eye first, stamp across my nose, around mouth, forehead, eyelid, and I'm just extra blending it in. There we go. After that, I bronze. For bronzer, I use my good old trusty Hoola. Still such a good color, and I can easily dust it on. Just right across the hairline. Top of the ear toward the mouth. And then down to the jawline. Same thing the other side. I think the easiest thing with the bronzer is to make sure you're using like a fluffy brush. That'll help it just blend it out for you. You don't have to be so precise, and it just does the work for you. And I also use a nice little fluffy brush. Just like that. Into the bronzer. Tap all over the lid. And then blend up. Ugh, my hair. Just all over the lid. Just really softly, and then buffing it up. That way. Look at that. There's a little something more to the eye than just. See? Same thing with the other eye. This is my go-to, like, everyday eye. As you can see, I'm getting ready very quickly because I do this all the time. Very easy. I don't have to think about it. And after that, I use a shadow stick actually as my eyeliner. This thing's amazing. Don't question the steps, it's just how I do it. For that, just glide across the eye, closest to the lash line. Extend the little outer corner a little bit. Trick is an angled liner is going to do the job for you. You're just gonna place that, smooth the line across, and then this end, it's already at that angle. You're gonna just pull that liner and then go around, thicken that line a bit. Boom, done, liner. Same thing to the other side. Just like that. And then smooth out. You know, pull the brush away if you have to blink so that you don't mess up the liner. Blink in between. Close enough. After that, I do my brows. And I'm still using the same old powder. Still goody. And I do use the dark brown. With an angled brush. I do brush out the brows first. I'm gonna place the hair. What hair? But yes, hair. Then I do like to kind of underline it first. Bring the line toward the front. And then I even that out to the other side. like that. Then I do like to, you have to relax your face, not raise your brows, just neutral. And I do the top section, and then I slowly fill in the middle. Still very old school. I'm not drawing every little piece of hair. I don't have time for that. And other side. Fill in. And I always step back to like see a mirror. If they're even, if you need to erase some parts, if you need to add some parts. But I don't fuss over my brows anymore. Some on, cool. They're even. Frown test. They're even. And I just kind of brush through to make them a little bit softer. And then I do go on with this. And I think it's also dark brown. It's so coffee. I'm doing this really quickly because I'm using my headphones to do the voiceover. So I don't know how much time I have. And I just have this cool little brush. So it's gonna draw little tiny hairs. So I don't have to do that work. I'm gonna go over, and you're slightly touching the skin, but very lightly, because this will kind of draw on pretty thick amount of product on there if you're not careful with it. Same thing on this side. Just like that. And now they're like nice and bushy again. They look like natural brows. I could use the other side, but I really don't want to right now. Then I do use my Ardell lashes. These are regular wispies. Amazing. They are the more, they're not the demi wispies I usually use. They're a little bit more extra, but I'm actually liking that now. I'm gonna take off that leftover glue. Just be sure. Kind of grab that, and it's very lightly. That way the band is clean, and then we'll go in with the glue. Let me do the other lash. Now you can rewear these for a couple of times. I do get the bigger pack. I don't do crazy glitter or anything, so it's not like it gets stuck and then like they get gunky. And the liner's pretty solid, and I don't use mascara really most of the time, so they stay pretty good. A couple uses till then it's like they're expired, and then I do toss them and then use the next pair. I do still use a brow tweezer to apply, and I've been using this Duo Active. It is pretty good. I don't have to wait as long for it to dry. Just place the lash right on there. Grab the glue. And just very lightly make sure you coat all of the band pretty evenly. And that dries pretty fast. I just fan it out a little bit. And let's see if I can see this far away. Then I just kind of center it. Place the center first. Wrap this behind my actual lashes. Sometimes it'll start sticking to the tweezers, so just keep in mind with that. And then I'll tuck in the inner corner. Now these are already used, so they're kind of shaped to my eye a little bit already, so it's just pops right on now. And then you just kind of want to push it into the skin to make sure it's actually attached to the skin, not just floating in the air, ready to play you later on in the day. And that's it. Next lash. This eye shape is different, so the lash is like flatter. Like that. Blades in the center. Go behind lashes. Make sure it's attached, and then the inner corner. Just like that. And it depends too, like the angle that you'll kind of glue it at, how they sit. So sometimes you have to push them to pull up. That's just something you learn with doing it all the time. You have to practice and wear them every day. Really get the hang of it. They're attached, so that's good enough for me. And after that, I do go in with a highlighter. This one right here. That one. Get a highlighter brush. This tops of the cheekbones. Just like that. Other side. Down the nose. And just build a little bit more if you want a little more highlight. And I do take a small little brush to go into the inner corner as well. Just right in here and pull up. I think what takes me the longest is that I'll always start like blending everything in. Right now I did a pretty good job of breezing on through it, but I could sit here and just blend away. And lastly, I do my blush, which I love a cream blush. That I do over powder, which some people might not, but I had no choice to try it this way once and it worked, and well, I found out that you can do it over it. So just lightly blend. You're kind of going between the highlighter and the bronzer, right on the cheekbone, right underneath the eye, and up. Like that. Just kind of slowly adding on the brush. blending out. And that's the blush. For lips, I do love one specific liner I use all the time. You've probably seen it if you see my Instagram reels. And let's start this one right here. This beauty is everything. I love it. Amazing. All right. Line your lips. And then do the Cupid's bow section. I kind of overline a little bit. And then draw down. Other side as well. Then I'm going to use a tint. That one right there. Look at that. Stunning. This is gonna hydrate the lips, and look at that color. Wow. That was beautiful. I overdid the lip line, but who cares? And lastly, set the face. This is what I have right now, so this is what I'm going to use. It has been holding pretty well. Helps everything last as long as possible in this humidity. And we're done. That is it. Just fluff up the hair. Cute, right? Every day, quick, easy. What was that? Under 30 minutes. 30 minutes is crazy, but it's a lot of makeup. A lot of steps. But it's still really pretty simple and easy. Comment, like, and subscribe so I can keep doing this. Thank you. Bye.